Good afternoon, here is Sunshine Reports. I am Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi. The Ondo State government is committed to combating drug trafficking, cybercrime, cultism, kidnapping and related crimes to improve living standards. Hosting a United Nations office on drugs and crime delegation, the governor said Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said that security and rule of law are central to the state's development plans. He highlighted youth empowerment programs such as One Youth, One Skill, which provides vocational training and startup grants to steer young people away from crime and promotes peace and productivity. Meanwhile, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration remains committed to strengthening institutions across the states to ensure sustainable development and improve service delivery. The governor, who received in audience the leadership of the Chartered Institute on Information and Strategic Management in Akure, said his government recently signed a memorandum of understanding with investors to establish a 500,000 barrels per day modular refinery in state's southern corridor. Aiyedatiwa, who was conferred with the title of Distinguished Fellow and presented with an award for exemplary leadership. In commemoration of ongoing Engineers Week, Nigerian Society of Engineers Spouses Forum has unveiled an entrepreneurship training and empowerment program held at Nigerian Society of Engineers office in Akure. The initiative is designed specifically for wives of engineers, aiming to equip them with essential skills, knowledge, and confidence to thrive as entrepreneurs. Osrc's Abidemi Akinrotoye completes the story.
Entrepreneurship plays in economic growth and development. Nigerian Society of Engineers Spouses Forum has taken a bold step to empower engineer spouses. The forum provided training and empowerment opportunities to unlock the entrepreneurial potential of participants. Major highlight of the program was an interactive session led by Mrs. Sarah Oyemade, an expert in headwear design. A practical approach guided participants through sewing a Zara cap and creating an elegant knot turban using needle and thread. Mr. Theophilus Oguntala and Mrs. Olutayo Adanoku emphasized that the training will positively impact families, communities, and the nation at large.
Most of the program is to empower our spouses, that is the spouses of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, to empower them so that they can either use the knowledge they get from here for commercial purposes or for their own in-house purposes.
There's a need for women to be self-equipped. It's more important. They should not just sit down and be waiting for salaries every time. Because one day the salary will stop. But when you are self-equipped, when you can use your hand to do something, I think it will be better for them.
Chairman of the NSC Akure branch, Oluwaseun Adeyeye, and his wife, Oyinlade, the coordinator of the Spouses Forum, highlighted the significance of the training in enhancing participants' overall well-being.
By this training, as immediately they learn it, they will use, they will do for their children. Even some of them, they start doing it for commercial purpose, for business purposes. So that is the purpose.
The plan we are having is not only this training now, we are empowering them. So when you empower one person, you know you have break thousands of hunger generation.
Participants shared their experiences, expressing how the training prepared them to become successful entrepreneurs.
I've learned so many things. At least I've known what is even called macro, that is the headgear itself. Then I've learned how to sew. using hand and needle.
This one you are seeing on my head now, I just made it today. I'm so happy because it's my first experience of coming to a program like this. I've been so equipped, and I believe, learning is continuous.
The empowerment program culminated in the presentation of certificates and financial grants to participants. The initiative underscored Nigerian Society of Engineers Spouses Forum's unwavering commitment to uplifting and supporting the spouses of engineers, fostering a culture of empowerment and entrepreneurial success.
You don't make our life better. We gonna love you forever. You'll be back.
Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
The Ondo State government says it's committed to combating drug trafficking, cybercrime, cultism, kidnapping and related crimes to improve living standards of the people. Hosting a United Nations Office on Drug and Crime delegation, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said the security and rule of law are central to the state's development plans. He also highlighted youth empowerment programs like One Youth, One Skill, which provides vocational training and startup grants to steer young people away from crime and promote peace and productivity. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details of the visits.
The delegation of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime was led to the governor's office in Akure by his country representative, Nigeria office, Cheikh Toure.
Your Excellency.
The team met with Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to discuss combating drug trafficking, cybercrime, cultism, kidnapping and related crimes. Mr. Toure praised Ondo State's efforts in security, economic development, and youth empowerment, emphasizing that their mission extends beyond the national level to working with states and local governments for grassroots impact. Highlighting Nigeria's high drug addiction rates, Toure called for preventive measures like education, community interventions, and strong interagency cooperation to tackle drug abuse, human trafficking, and financial crimes.
I had a discussion with your state assembly and they tasked me to look at ways to talk to NDLA to have a valid proposition to start looking at prevention at the primary school, prevention at the university, prevention.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his commitment to combating drug trafficking, cybercrime, cultism, kidnapping, and related crimes to improve Ondo State and its citizens' living standards. He noted that order, security, and rule of law are key pillars of his administration's agenda.
I believe wherever you have, when you like to acquire safe, there is orderliness and rule of law, then the state can thrive. And one of the ways you can do that is to fight against all of these crimes. Through intelligence gathering, working with the various security agencies, other stakeholders. And for us, we have been doing all of this by giving support to all our security agencies when it comes to one of the drugs, we call it marijuana. Grow freely here without seed, without planting in some part of Ondo State. So we have a strong presence of NDLA here in Ondo State, and we are giving them, massive support so as to curb, the legal cultivation of Indian hemp of marijuana. But we believe also, as a state, I must say this, that we believe in medicinal cannabis, the cannabis oil, which we are engaging the NDLA to legalize, because that in itself can bring control. And we know a lot of countries around the world are already into this, and it's a major international product that has been traded for medicinal use.
Governor Aiyedatiwa stated that his administration aims to build a resilient society with positively engaged youths and peaceful communities, and is ready to partner the United Nations and other stakeholders to fight crimes and promote development.
We are providing grants also to some of our artisans to support them. Apart from training, we give them startup capital. We have an agency, Ondo State Entrepreneurship Agency, here, regularly training our youth on one skill or the other. And I'm glad that United Nations is taking the lead in this, engaging with other nations of the world, so that we can have a society that is at least, if not totally free from all of these crimes, at least reduce the various because we've come to realize that no nation is 100% free of crime.
In an interview, Mr. Ture expressed the willingness to collaborate with Ondo State government to curb drug-related crimes and social vices.
We feel compelled to see how we can use all our capacity to help implement stability for investment, because his mandate is on bringing investment to Ondo State, creating jobs, and also increasing the resilience of the youth. And you can only do it if you are very hard on crime, cultism, kidnapping, to bring confidence for those who have money to come and say we'll invest in the agriculture business or in the incubators. So basically we are looking at ways that we can have community-led intervention, working with the youth commissioner also to see what the youth of Ondo can do to be part of the solution-making process.
Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration remains committed to strengthening institutions across the state to ensure sustainable development and improve service delivery. The governor, who received in audience the leadership of the Chartered Institute of Information and Strategy Management in Akure, said his government recently signed a memorandum of understanding with investors to establish the 500,000 barrels per day modular refinery in the state's southern corridor. Aiyedatiwa, who was conferred with the title of Distinguished Fellow and presented with an award for exemplary leadership. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details.
Seated here at the governor's office in Akure are members and leaders of the Chartered Institute of Information and Strategy Management. The people received in audience by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa in company of some members of the State Executive Council were led by the Institute's registrar, Peter Oyintoke, who described the governor as a shining example of visionary leadership, integrity, and service to humanity. According to him, the Aiyedatiwa administration has recorded notable achievements in infrastructure renewal, agricultural growth, improved healthcare delivery, education, economy empowerment, and inclusive governance.
The biggest of all is the honorary doctorate of Powers University in leadership and good governance. That one is coming on board with the professor of the Powers University. They are coming to personally come and present it. We are here to come and present the Distinguished Fellow of the Institute.
In recognition of his outstanding contributions to leadership and community development, the Institute honored Governor Aiyedatiwa with Distinguished Fellow and presented him an award of excellence for exemplary leadership. The governor, who appreciated the body for the honor, highlighted some of his administration's strides in education, agriculture, and industrial development. The governor noted that the state continues to maintain its lead in cocoa production in Nigeria, accounting for about 40% of the nation's output, while farmers across the state are being supported with incentives to boost productivity.
For us, we will continue to provide leadership, ensure that we have a very peaceful state, because we believe when there is safety and peace in any state, there will be development. Investors will come to invest. People can go about their businesses without any form of fear, and they can thrive in whatever they are doing. And that is the first thing. The primary function of any government is security and safety of the people, and that we take pride in that. That's what Bruce have been adjudged to be one of the most peaceful and safest states. lot of investment are coming to Ondo State. A lot, especially in the southern corridor. Like Dr. Yaton mentioned that we will leave this state by the time we'll be done here. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but as God lives, the number of years He will allow me to spend here, we will leave the state better than we will get it. Definitely. And I can see the signs really. Just about 3 weeks ago, we signed an MOU with a modular refinery backbone infrastructure, 500,000 barrel per day refinery is coming up in southern corridor.
He added that discussions are ongoing with a petrochemical company for a fertilizer plant, while plans for a deep sea port project had reached an advanced stage with Chinese partners. The governor stressed the importance of accurate information dissemination in governance, warning that misinformation could undermine developmental efforts. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
APC stalwart from a federal local government area of Ondo State, Wale Adefila, has announced his aspiration to join the House of Assembly race in Ondo State in the 2027 election. Adefila declared his intention at the APC secretariat in Igbaraoke, the headquarters of the council area. Joy Pius now reports.
As preparations for the 2027 elections gain momentum, Wale Adefila, an indigene of Ilaramokin in a federal local government, has declared his intention to run for a seat in Ondo State House of Assembly. During a meeting with party members at APC secretariats in Igbaraoke, Adefila emphasized that his ambition is driven by a passion to serve and uplift his constituents.
Desire to serve is an inborn tendency, and it's been there right from childhood. So at this age, I see it as an opportunity to offer myself for service, simply because I care about the welfare of my people at the federal and the states. So I believe I have the capacity and I have the interest to offer to my people absolute representation, total service and dedication, which will bring about the development of my local government, the state and the country at large.
Adefila pledged transparency, inclusivity, and dedicated representation for the people of Ifedore at the grassroots.
In governance, I will discharge absolute transparency. I will have, a regular interaction with my people to understand their plights and to attend to their needs. It is very necessary to have an interaction, basically, and, always with the people. Of course, I stay in their midst. There was never a time I came home and I will lodge in an hotel. I don't do that. I live in the midst of the people. And when I come around, I listen to their plights. I listen to their yearnings. And I know I have built myself in such a way that I will be able to offer, capacity leadership, excellent and incorruptible leadership to my people.
APC chairman in Ifedore, Tunde Fawoyi, endorsed Adefila's aspiration, assuring him of the party's full support. With political activities intensifying ahead of 2027, the aspirants vowed to transform the narratives for Ifedore constituents by staying connected to the grassroots and delivering impactful representation. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
And that concludes the Sunshine Report. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon.